And yeah, we're going to jump into this pretty quick. Real quick, I'm going to make a post. Just, I don't know why. Just because. Let's see. Quick, I'll go and share. But, camera down some here. Here we go. We are going to be mixing 2 mains tonight. We're going to see how that turns out. I think we had decided on elbow macaroni and meatballs. I don't know what type, but I think that's what it was. There might have been a different one that was mixable like that. You can't mix them all. Like, it ain't gonna make sense. But those 2 kind of make sense to mix. So that's what I'm thinking. It's really weird watching myself because there is about a 2 to 3 second delay. It's weird. Okay. Real quick, make a post. Keep current selection. Post link. And we'll see what other items end up going together, maybe, hopefully, in these 2 meals. I'm not sure what's in them. Oh, you can't hear me? How about now? Can you hear me now? I don't know why you wouldn't be able to hear me. Can you hear me now? Okay, cool. All right, hang on. Let me see if I can fix this. Can you hear me now? Or did it go away when I plugged in my microphone? I think Melvin's the only one in here answering. I think you might be the only one in here for all I know. Microphone's working. Good deal. Oh. Marvelous. Right. I'm going to read over this before I post it real quick, just because I have a bad habit of just writing them really quick and then posting it, and I'm sure I don't always go back and reread them, but I know I make mistakes because I use slide to text all the time, and yeah, well, a lot of times like autocorrect will screw it up. Let's see, live stream mixing 2 MRE mains tonight. Late start with this one tonight, so if you see this and it's not after midnight, we're probably still live. Stop in the chat if you'd like. Just click the link above. All right, that looks good enough. Good enough. All right. Okay. Oh, wow. Will Smith's. Is it his ex-wife? Still wife, I guess. I don't know. This scene is making him look like a goober again. He got to punch Chris Rock over, slapped Chris Rock over that woman. Lady. All right, we got Melvin Anderson, 9501 in the chat. I think you're the only one that's talked. Hang on, let me see. I think I got to put on live chat. Is that live chat? Okay. Oh, no, we got more people. Chusix here. Got it. Okay, Chusix says, can hear you fine here, Smokes. And some of Melvin's messages or chats disappeared after I went to live chat. That's weird. Or at least I think it's weird. What did I have it on? It starts on top chat. And alright, I got it on live chat. And that's weird. There's a green light on the front of my phone that's I've never noticed being on before. Huh. What's that about? I did have to reset my phone just to get this to start because it was acting like YouTube couldn't connect to my camera. This has happened once or twice before. And it wants me to go to settings, and then there's nowhere for me to go into settings to allow YouTube permission to access my camera. So, because I've already allowed access to my camera to YouTube. So I had to shut the phone down, start it back up, and it was fine. But it just takes longer because I had everything ready. That's the last thing that you find out. When that does happen, the last thing you find out is YouTube can't access your camera. I typed out the description, went through it, set everything up, and then hit start. Some weird like AI image comes up of a family, and it's like, allow YouTube access to your camera. Go to settings. Click here. All right, click here. Go to settings. It's not there. It's not there. And last time this happened, I went through like looking on Google, like how do I change my settings, and it was already done. Like there wasn't anything I could do to change that. So, yep. I don't know if that's a problem on YouTube's end. I don't know if that's a problem with my phone. Doesn't really matter. We're going to get into this pretty quick today. I can't remember if we had other MREs that would mix other than the elbow and the meatballs, but we're going to open 2 MREs. If we got like applesauce and an apple pound cake, that'd be really cool. I don't know that would happen, but I can hold out hope. I don't know what the contents of these are going to be because I'm not looking up the I like surprise sometimes, just to not know what's going to happen. I used to like to know what was going to happen. Now I don't really care. Hey, what's up, Booger Butt, and Spicy Tuna Roll? What's happening? And then we got Chusick. All right. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's get into the case. Let's get it opened up. Camera angle's going to be a little weird while the box is up here, but yeah. That's one. This is how I reseal my cases after. I keep my straps good so I can slide them back on my case. Some people pop the straps off first thing, and here's the problem with that. Look, watch. This is what your boxes will look like, your cases, if you don't keep the straps on them. They will never fold down right because this cardboard is so stiff. You'd have to, I guess you could take everything out of it and really like pinch those down inside of it, flatten them out to where they would set flatter, but they probably still wouldn't set very flat. Not until you had it emptied out way more than what I got this right here right now. And I did flip the sleeve over last week so that it would be easy access like this. There's that accessory packet from last week that we didn't want, need, or use. We had beef shredded and barbecue sauce. You know what? Meatballs would mix well with that too. Meatballs can mix well with some things. You know what I mean? If I had a spaghetti, like it mix the meatballs with a spaghetti. Ooh, that sounds really good, actually. And I don't like spaghetti that well, but if I had a bunch of meatballs in it, big old meatballs in it, I might be way more inclined to want to eat it. Well, there was that. We were debating last week on the beef stew, because this is one of the larger meals. It's one of the fatter meals, as you can see, right there. Let's see what else we got in here. I don't even know what all we got in here. Let's just go through it again real quick, because I don't remember what menus we got. I think we've only taken one out of the case. What did we eat last week? Chili mac. There's our elbow mac. We had chili mac last week. We're going to try to replicate and see if we can make the vegetarian chili mac taste closer to, or vegetarian elbow mac closer to what the chili mac tastes like. But you got to have chili. You have to put chili in it, and we do have chili. We can put chili with the elbow mac. Chili is in case A. There was our beef taco, which that also can mix with some things for sure. You know what I'd like to do with this? I'd like to make some really good walking taco with one of these. Get me a bag of Doritos or Fritos, probably Doritos. I'm more of a Doritos guy. When it comes to a walking taco, look, I want Doritos for some reason. I don't know why. A little bit of lettuce, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of sour cream, maybe some beans, and some chili. Boom. You got to walk it. Or some taco meat. You got something special. There's our meatballs. Man, now I want to walk a taco. What the heck? And I know I got little bags of chips. But I don't think I have lettuce. I got cheese. I threw out almost a whole head of lettuce because it froze in my refrigerator and it ruined it. You can't let lettuce freeze. It's done after that. It was only in there a few days and it froze. I don't know why. Anything else? I'm not taking out the chicken chunk. There's no point in that. Pizza slice, cheese, pizza slice. No point in that. That's vegetarian. Beef strips and savory sauce. Well, that's a mixable one too. We might go on a mixing rage because I'd have virtually nothing. Like these were $2.50 a piece. That's what I got in these. A little less than $2.50 a piece. Somebody messaged or sent a comment, put a comment on last week's live stream. I think it was last week's, and said that the guy that I got these off of, because I was showing everybody in the live stream, and I'm pretty sure what happened was people started buying them, seeing the live stream I was doing last week, and he upped the shipping cost to like $20, $22, something like that. And I can show you cases way cheaper than that, because now he's wanting them. Now he's wanting like 52, if that's still the case. I will double check here in just a minute if you guys want. Oh, look, there's spaghetti with beef sauce. I don't know. You know what, guys? Like, you tell me. What do we want to mix here? Because we got spaghetti here. We got, what else is mixable? We got chicken noodles. We ain't got nothing to mix with that. We got and chili with beans. All right, we got a bunch of mixable stuff here, really. And the beef strips and that could go into beef stew. That could go with the elbow mac. This could go with that as well, right? Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's mixable here. I believe if I was if I was having to deal with these in the military right now, I believe I'd probably be playing around with mixing some mains if I could. If I could get, I mean, you get 3 a day. Typically, most people don't want to sit down and eat 3 times a day. So then you could easily mix 2 of them together. And look, breakfast choices are virtually non-existent now. Like, I can't believe they've wiped out the breakfast. Not that we had a lot to start with, but now we got like none. We used to have biscuits and gravy, the maple sausage patty. We used to have we had 2 different maple sausage patty ones. We had what other breakfast did we have? We've had some breakfast anyway. Corned beef hash. Oh, you know, it's been so long since I had a good corned beef hash from the 90s, man, or late 80s. I would love to have a corned beef hash right about now. That just popped into my mind as I was thinking about breakfast MREs, and now I'm craving that, and I'm craving a walking taco. Both. Hash browns with bacon. Yep. They did away with that one too, didn't they? And, well, they did away with it and added it to the maple sausage patty. They put it as a side, which made that meal, quite frankly, amazing. That with the blueberry granola and the maple muffin top and some syrup, like, come on. They really knocked that one out of the park. And I think they got rid of it in 2024. I think 2024 is the last year you'll be able to get it. I gave my son a case of 2023s, I think it was, And before I gave it to him, well, when I gave it to him, I was like, look, you can have this case, but you got to give me that one menu out of there. You got to give me the hash browns out of it. And he did. I don't know what I did with it, but I got it around here somewhere. Or we might have ate it on a live stream, actually. I don't know. Who knows? I do need to buy up some MRE cases, though. Let me look real quick and see if the guy did what I think he did. Oh, I did find cases of CCARs for cheap. Hang on. I got it right here somewhere. Right here. $175, y'all. $175. That's $17.50 shipped to your door or to your post office, whichever. Right there. $135 plus $40.83 shipping. So you're going. My state doesn't have tax on food, so I don't get taxed on these. So it'll cost me $175.83 to order a case of close combat assault rations and get 10 of them. There is 10 in the case, right? I'm pretty sure there's 10 in the case. Or is it like the first strike rations and there's 9? There's no description here. 1 case of close combat ration. That's all it says. I think there's 10 in a case. I'm pretty sure there's 10 in a case. But the other ones on eBay that I've seen, they're $1.99. So these ones are $15 cheaper, well, $14 cheaper than the cheapest ones that I've seen. $14.17, 16 cents. $14.16 cheaper than the other typical priced CCARs that are on eBay right now. So let me see if how many he's got available. He sold 3, more than 10 available. More than 10 available. So this guy has got some, and I'll show you what the seller is. Actually, you know what? I might be able to post a link to this if you guys want. I don't know how many people want a case of CCARs, but I can copy the link. I can come to YouTube. I can come into the chat, and I can post the link real quick. I don't know that it'll work and be a clickable link, but I can try. Just discovering this stuff live with you guys. So there's the link. And anybody who needed it, I will show you the seller. It's Gene Willis. And then a bunch of numbers. 92056. 99.2% feedback. That's definitely good enough for me. Alright, so here are cheaper cases of MREs, $43.50. Let's see. You get to choose. Okay, so case B is the only one that he's selling for $43.50, and that's free shipping. $43.50 and free shipping. These are like $5 more than what I paid for these. For these to the door, I think it was like $38 and some change. So that takes them up to like $3. Seriously. Takes them up to like $3 and less than 10 cents. Less than $3.10. So, and this guy's selling pallets as well. $1,900 for a pallet. What does that break down to per meal? Or per case. Wonder how much. Let's see. I think there's 144 cases on a pallet. I think that they're stacked 12 by 12, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it can't be 144. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're 4 high and 4 across, or 3 across. 3 across that side. Let me see the other side. I don't know. I don't know how many cases are on a pallet. I don't know why I thought it was 144, but I will Google it really quick. How many cases of MREs are on a pallet? 48 cases. 48 cases. So 1,900 divided by 48. 1,900. Really? I don't have a divided sign on them. $40 a case. What? Bro. You got to... Look. $39.58 a case if you buy an entire pallet. Which, don't get me wrong, shipping an entire pallet is very expensive. I received the A and B case on Thursday. $80 free shipping. Cases look pristine, but I haven't opened any yet. Tim, from the guy the same guy that I got these from, I got Boited out of the stream. Maybe I said something wrong. Huh? No way. You shouldn't have, Kalen. I've never, and I mean never, kicked anyone out of a live stream. As a matter of fact, actually, yeah, I do know how to do it, but I have never. I've never done it. It doesn't interest me, unless somebody was coming in here being really, really, it would take some really egregious things for me to kick you out of a live stream. But no, I didn't do anything. Stellar deal. Got another auction tomorrow. No MRE buying this week. There are some MCI cases that look really good on there. I don't know who the seller is. I did message him, but I went looking for the message and I couldn't find it. So Booger Butt answered with the 48 there. Epidemic Proof has several cases still for $40. Okay, so we got some $40 ones. What did I just? How much are the ones I just found? This guy's got them for $43.50, but that's only case B, which I wouldn't mind having a couple case Bs actually. That's got 2022s will have the breakfast menus in it. What else we got here? Let's see. Somebody's got some 2024s. They want $145 for some 2024s. 2024s don't have the new packaging yet, do they? Only that's 2025. I think. I could be wrong. Yep. Nope. All right. I'm not going to look very long here. Let's see. These ones? This is these? 2026 free shipping, menu A and B, single pallet. Yeah, it looks like. Wait. Oh, no, they're wanting $80 per case for 2026 inspection date. They're out of their mind based on the other prices. Look at this. These people want $145 for 4 MCIs. Wow. Come on, folks. That's bananas. Bulk MRE cases, sorted survival, 79 plus 14 shipping, so that's 93 for 2 cases. I can get them cheaper from the guy with the pallets. Anyways, I don't want to ponder too awful long. Oh yeah, I wanted to check on the cases. That's what I was doing originally. My eBay purchase. There we go. I paid $38.52 shipped. Oh no, they're still. You can only buy 1 case at a time. If you buy 2, here, look. I'll show you what happens when you buy 2. Done. Watch the shipping. See what the shipping done? Went to $42.57 from, what was it before? $8.53. So yeah, buy them one at a time from this guy right here, and you can get them for $38.52. I will throw you guys a link real quick if you want it. Fine. If not, fine. But yeah, if you order them one at a time, you get them for $38.52. Brownie. No. I don't know how he's shipping a case for $8.52 or 53 cents. I don't know how he's doing it. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Doesn't have to make sense to me. Just take advantage of it. Just take advantage of it because it's cheap. It's less than $2.50 per meal. For real. All right. There you go. I will say that link. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, Brownie, stay down. Is for the cases. Right, put that in the chat just so if anybody looks back through it, they'll see it. And all right, Brownie, get down. We gotta pick out MREs here, honey. Oh, where's my girl? Here, you want to say hello to everybody? Flip the camera around real quick. Say hi. Yeah. You see yourself? Where's my baby? I gotta take her to the vet. She's lost teeth. See how she's doing with her tongue? She's lost front teeth. She's having tooth issues, and I don't know why. I love her though. She's my baby. Yes, I love her so much. Yes, I love you, Brownie. You got pretty eyes. Pretty eyes. Yeah. Do you love me? Do you love me? Yeah. Hi, honey. Hi, Brownie. Do you see yourself over there? You want me to rub your nose? Yeah. Oh. Alright. Here you go. Put me down. Oh, careful. She's not shedding. Okay, let's pick out what 2 meals we're mixing here, y'all. We got this would mix well with the meatballs, and so would this. So these 2 would mix well with the meatballs. This I don't think would mix well with beef stew, but this I do think would mix well with the beef stew. Double your beef, and I don't know, like a little bit more, sauce added. Like this might be pretty good. I like beef stew on its own. Don't get me wrong. I like the vegetables in the beef stew. I'm actually craving some vegetables. I'd really like to have that walking taco though. I wish I had some lettuce. Let me go look real quick because I'm like, if I do, we might do a walking taco. We don't have no lettuce in there, right? Yeah, I ain't got no lettuce. That figures. My camera angle is all wrong here. There we go. Last lettuce I knew it was in there frozen. I had to throw it out in the field. Okay, I'm going to look for suggestions in the chat to what we're going to do tonight because honestly, I can't. I mean, there's a few things I wouldn't mind eating here. Wish I had the walking taco set up, but I do not. There's nothing I can think of really that I can mix the beef taco with outside of making like a walking taco setup that with other items, which they would likely have on a base setup. They'd have little bags of chips, some shredded cheese that they could get their hands on through commissary or whatever through somebody through the stores. Not a big fan of the spaghetti because it's always way too mushy. Mixing the meatballs with the spaghetti, I mean, yeah. Or the elbow macaroni, which I think was the original plan to try to match the chili mac from last week, but I don't really care if we try to do that or not. It doesn't matter. We got the shredded beef barbecue sauce that could go with. That could probably mix with the beef strips, maybe. I don't think that it might mix okay. The barbecue sauce is what's going to make it harder to mix the shredded stuff with anything. That would also make a pretty decent, like with Fritos and some cheese, something. We're going to get creative because just eating the MREs can be boring. So we're going to get creative with these ones. They were super cheap. Like I said, $2.50 a piece. We're going to have $5 in opening 2 of these up tonight. You can't beat that. And we're going to make something better than what it originally was, hopefully. That's the goal, to end with a better product than we started with, a better main than we started with, and then maybe we'll have some sides that mix well too. But I'm looking for suggestions. I got everything out that I think mixes. Whoa. That was probably lifelight. And it was low. I bet you it wasn't 700, 800 feet, 1,000 feet. It was low, low. Huh? No, it's going the other way. The chili with the macaroni. I feel like that's a waste of good chili to mix it with this elbow macaroni. Although we can try to we can try it. I was thinking more of the meatballs with the elbow mac myself, huh? That's got to be what I got in here. In what MRE mains are available in case A, because that's what I got on the table. I mean, I do have chicken, but I don't. There's no broccoli or anything. A blind pick, ooh, that would be ballsy though. We might end up with something really, really not mixing well. Meatballs and the mac's always a good mix. I kind of wish that this was cheesy instead of tomato based. Why does everything got to be freaking tomato based? You know they could do a good macaroni and cheese side. You know they could. They do. If they can do au gratin potatoes, then by God they can do some good macaroni and cheese. Some actually good macaroni and cheese, not like this crap that the Kraft macaroni and cheese. It's not even. It's got no cheese. It's just Kraft macaroni and crap. They entirely ruined. Well, they ruined it a long time ago, but it got way worse in 2021. I think COVID time. A bunch of products were ruined. Also, you see that little circle right there at the bottom? Right there with the letter. This one in particular has a U. When you go to the grocery store, I'm going to highly recommend, when you are grocery shopping, to look for foods that you will eat with a letter with a circle around it. Could be a K, could be a O-U, OK. I think there's an OK one. There's just a K in a circle. There's just the U in the circle. There's like maybe 6 of them or 7 of them. You feel free to look up what that means if you want, but I highly recommend, if you want to feel better and eat better food, better food products, look for that circle with a letter, not actually necessarily booger butt. No, it correlates with that. I will tell you that it correlates with that, and that word is used in it, but that's not what it means. It means that those products are held to a higher standard. They are a higher quality. Period. I'm just saying it. Look, they don't want to poison themselves. That's all I'm going to say. Look for the circle with the letter in it. I didn't know this. This is like new to me. I just learned this, and now I'm going to the grocery store. That's all I'm looking for is circles. But I promise you, you will feel better if you do that. U with a D. Okay, well, there's a lot. There's a lot. Well, I think there's like 6 or 7. I do have a screenshot of what the letters in particular translate to, like what they stand for. But if you look at it, I mean, none of it's actually that K word, which I'm not going to say because I'm not going to get banned or anything like that. Because look, one who's running things, find out who you can't talk about. And I already know who I can't talk about because I've seen too many people banned over talking about it. Anyway, suggestions. We started to get some suggestions. I seen a blind pick. I saw mixing chili with the mac. Barbecue sauce is technically a tomato sauce. Yeah, it is, but it's also typically, and it is, that's sweet. It will be sweet and thicker and not necessarily mix very well with some of the things. Let's get back through here. We got shredded beef on the pizza. Now that would actually be good. We could actually turn the vegetarian pizza into something edible, which is edible. I mean, it's looking something good, I should say. Shredded beef would actually mix with the pizza pretty well. The barbecue, it'd be a barbecue pizza. That would mix with anything like that, just about, the shredded beef. Shredded beef is versatile. Chili with the macaroni, Booger Butt said. Where else are we going? Sparrow, you have not missed much. We ain't been here very long. Oh, you was watching WrestleMania. That was tonight? Huh. I'll be. Do you still have to pay for that, or does it just come with one of the streaming services like Netflix now? I know that's what they're doing with some of the UFCs and stuff. Or maybe you got to still pay extra for them through your streaming service just to be able to watch them. I think the last streaming thing they done on Netflix, though, you just got it. Wasn't there like a guy that was scaling a building or something? Save the beef stew for the 4th of July. Big old 4th of July. 4th of July, we might mix 3 of them. I want to walk and talk. That's American, right? Walk and taco. It embodies the essence of what this supposed conquest that they've come up with for America to be. You really got me thinking about the shredded beef on the pizza now. I'm thinking that would actually really be pretty decent. Found some weird ramen. I added to this box that needs to get out of my house. What is it? Yeah, right, a pierogi ration. There's no reason why they couldn't, though. Pierogi would do just fine in a retort, I think. You know what? Ramen is one of those things. When I was growing up, I liked it, but now I know how horrible it is for you. Like, ramen is one of the worst things. And not only that, like now, the noodles, they have like this plastic filler in it, and it's just, it's not good. Just put it that way. Really, if you want to look into it yourself, look into it. But ramen has went down the road of, especially my favorite ramen, which is that, I don't even know how to pronounce it, that Maturin or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm still thinking, I don't know. I'm still thinking about that pizza, which wasn't even an option. I didn't even think about that. Who brought that up, by the way? Who said the let me go back through here and find out who said the barbecue on the pizza. Oh, it's a 2-night thing? WrestleMania is a 2-night thing? Oh, yeah. It's shredded beef, like I said, man, like, that is a pretty versatile menu. It is a good thing. You can put shredded beef on a lot of things and make it better. But again, that's a personal opinion of mine, so not everybody likes shredded beef. Where? Meatballs on the pizza. That wouldn't be bad either, Caitlin. Where? What? Am I not seeing it? Oh, Booger Butt said it. Okay, all right, I got it. I found it. Hitting another auction tomorrow. Where at? Like in person auction, or that sounds like you're going to a real in person auction. There's very few of those that are worth going to. Just so much of the stuff they have is a waste of time, and you got to sit there and wait through it. I don't know. All about the box. It's okay. Oh, well. Okay. Not a big deal at all. Yeah, real auctions have become more of a rarity. There's a company around here that auctions like properties off that I tried to kind of get involved with there for a little bit, and then I found out how he's really doing things, and now I can't stand the guy and what he does because he's nothing but a fraud, and everything he does is a fraud. And then the property that I was bidding on right down the road here that sold, the next day he come back and said that it had 107 or no 270,000. I think it was 200. It was either 170 or $270,000 worth of debt at the bank against it, and they weren't willing to let that go, even though the paperwork that we signed before we entered that auction said it had a zero debt against it. I don't know. Anyway, long story short, that guy sucks. His name's Joe R. Piles, and I don't care to say it. I don't like the guy. I don't like what he does, and I know other tactics that he uses that are, quite frankly, disgusting. Should be illegal. Probably are illegal, actually. Because when you enter into an auction with him, if it's a higher dollar thing, it's likely not a true auction. He's got plants in the audience or in the bidding to bid things up. Okay, so yeah, I was thinking meatballs tonight. You know what? What do you guys think about the pizza and the barbecue, the shredded beef? What do you guys think about that? Anybody up for that? If not, we might do the um, we might try the elbow with either the meatballs or the beef strips, either one. We got one sounds good. Mayo, Rochester Fine, C3, C7. I threw my back out almost a week ago, helping my son. Um, when I wake up in the morning, it takes me hours. It has for the past few days just to get moving, like where I can move. I'm still having troubles, but yeah, when you have real back issues like you got, like I have real back issues too, but I haven't had any issues for a long time. And then, yeah, I thought I could go do something and I couldn't. We got Mike says meatballs and marinara. Meatballs and marinara on the pizza? I mean, it wouldn't be bad. Let me grab the pizza. It was off the plate. I wasn't even thinking about the pizza. I think the pizza comes with some pretty good side stuff, if I'm not mistaken. It's a pretty small ration. I mean, it's a pretty small MRE, but we got most of the case up here. Most of the case is mixable with something. Not all of it. We got the chicken chunk probably go with something. Ooh, the chicken chunk can go into the chicken noodles, and you can have more chicken. Tendons were severed. Oh, I talked to Miss Marilyn yesterday for the first time in a long time. She's been struggling through she's had 4 surgeries on her leg now. And now it's in a brace. She had it in, or maybe it's in a cast right now. I can't remember if she said she had got a cast on it again. I don't know, but she's had a bunch of issues, and they went in and revised her knee replacement, put a different one in to where she can't move it very far. No, nothing past 90 degrees, which I need to get the metal out of my leg. I think that would help me out tremendously. I think my body's been trying to fight this metal out of my body for 10 years now. Oh, you went to see Miss Marilyn a couple months ago? She's way too far away from me to just take off and go see her. I would say she's probably, if I was to guess, it's probably 12 hours or more drive to St. Louis from here. I don't know. I'm curious now. How far away is St. Louis from here? About to find out. Just because I'm curious. Nope, 8 hours. 8 hours. Not as bad as I thought. But for me to drive what it says 8 hours would probably take me 10, at least. All right, so we're between this and the pizza with shredded barbecue on it, or we can do the meatballs with the elbow, the beef strips with the elbow, the no, brownie, no, or we could put the meatballs with the spaghetti, for that matter. Beef taco filling, we can take that off the table. I'm going to save that and make a walk taco. We'll do that on a live stream maybe next week. I will prepare that for next week. When's Mother's Day? I know it's coming up. You can get in the box, brownie, if you want. Here, I'll set it up for you. Here. There you go. How's that? Is that good? Yeah. Oh, you go to St. Louis quite a bit? That's... Oh, excuse me. The pizza and the beef strips? Really? That's not piquing my interest, but I don't know why I think the shredded beef would be better. I'll tell you why. I know why. Because the last time I had this, the beef quality was not that great. It wasn't the worst, but I wouldn't even call it mid-grade. I would call it like upper, lower grade chunks of beef. It's just not about like what the beef stew is now. Beef stew used to be awesome. Go ahead. Easy, don't knock stuff down. Here. You want to come over here and see people? Right here. Hi, buddy. Hi. Say hello. Hi. Can I zoom out any? Nope. Great guy. He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. I got the front door open so they can jump in if they want, and that's what they're doing. He just jumped in the front door. The screen door part open. The screen's been gone for years because of probably Daisy years ago. My dog I had years and years ago. I don't know. I don't remember why the screen went by the wayside. Used to have a screen in it. Haven't cared to put another one in it. All right, buddy. You're gonna have to get down because I wanted to get jump right into this, and here I am, 20, 40. Whoa! Wow! I've wasted way too much time. All right, last chance. Let me go through this one more time. Oh, you meant shredded beef. Yeah, we're doing the shredded beef and pizza. This was not at all what I intended this to be today, but that's what we're doing. We're doing the shredded beef with the pizza. Where'd the pizza go? Do I have it in my hand? No. Where did the pizza go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Brownie's sitting on top of the case, so I can't put these back in the case right now. Let's see what we have in the shredded beef and the pizza. Maybe some other things will mix up well in there as well. I don't know. But I think that shredded beef is going to be pretty good on top of that pizza. The only thing is that pizza's so tiny that, there's not a whole lot to eat there. But you mix two mains together. All right, let's get these open. I'll have to change the title of this to making a custom shredded beef MRE pizza. Here, let's open the pizza first. Yeah. Didn't open that well. Alright, let's see what we got here. First off, we got a piece of Bridgeford pizza. A 6063. That can't be the date code. Where's the date code at on this thing? 2010 is definitely not it. Pizza didn't exist back then. I had the first MRE pizza review on YouTube. Came out of a Norwegian Arctic. It was a bacon flavored pizza. Where's the date code on this thing? These are 2022s. Oh, right there. Duh. The 10th day. 2022. Well, duh. There's our very weak accessory packet, but it does look to have a drink of some kind in it, so we will check that out here in a minute. We got some, ooh, jalapeno cashews. I was thinking smoked almonds. Nice. Some jalapeno cashews. Very good. And, ooh, chunky peanut butter. Cool. That's a not super common item. That's a very not common item. We have a chocolate First Strike bar, nutritious energy bar. Very, very good. Very good. We have a Zapple sauce. I actually mentioned applesauce being on something, but and crackers. Weirdly enough, I guess to go with your peanut butter. And we'll take a look at the nutritionals. Oh, these are Warnick. I guess I could have said that. Pizza slice, cheese. See inside for product label information. Wait, what? The inside of this has the... I guess it's just, yeah, 10 grams of fat, 15 milligrams of cholesterol, 770 milligrams of sodium, which is a ton for a 3.1 ounce piece of little cheese pizza. Are you kidding me? That's a lot for only 3.1 ounces. I mean, what is that? That's 220 some milligrams per ounce. 220 milligrams of salt per ounce. That is insane. So I see pasteurized processed mozzarella cheese up there. So we got real cheese on here. What else we got? 2 grams of sugars. 35 grams of carbohydrates. Wow, that's a complex carbohydrate right there. One you want to steer clear of typically. Then we got our flameless ration heater, which we're not going to be using. Obviously, in the sleeve to put both of those in. That's going back in the bag right now. I'm setting it to the side. And we shall, here, I'm going to put that over there like that over there like that, and that stand up like that. Actually, you can see it back there. Okay. We'll move it down just a little bit, and over just a little bit. Oh, hot beverage bag. Sorry, forgot about that. These things can be absolute junk. This one looks to have a pretty good size heat seal on the bottom of it. You got to watch these if you are using these. Watch and make sure that this is not that like they didn't miss and it just got the bottom, because I've been mixing coffee up before and it went all over me because the heat seal on the bottom broke. So yeah. All right, that's going in the bag with the flameless ration here. We don't need it. All right, instead of demolishing the bag, I'm just going to real quick. Guess I didn't cut it far enough. There we go. Let's see what's in there. Man, that's a big meal. Golly, this is like almost 2 of these. Crazy the difference in weight. We got some plain tortillas. That ain't going to help us with the pizza. Sleeve, we'll look at that in a minute. We got a chocolate hazelnut protein drink powder. Yay, protein. Let me see. What are we looking at protein was? 12 grams of protein in this thing. And it's chocolate hazelnut. It might be all right. We'll see. We'll see. See what it tastes like. There's our flameless ration heater and a card. We'll look at that in a minute. Apple, strawberry, carrot puree, I guess. Apple, strawberry, carrot. I don't know that I've had that before. I've had something like that. I can't remember. Oh, we got some cheese spread with jalapenos. All right. Another spoon, partially biodegradable. We got another accessory packet that has nothing in it. We got our butt ration, some matches, some gum, moist towelette, a little teeny tiny pack of salt, and that's it. What a joke. What a joke, man. This thing turned into a joke. Ooh, a cinnamon bun. Yay. That'll mix well with the applesauce. Cinnamon bun and applesauce? What? This thing feels huge, too. Wow. Okay, cool. Cool. And last but not least, we have our shredded beef and barbecue sauce. There it is. There's everything of 2 MREs. Here is your nutritionals on the puree crap. It's 1 gram of protein. We got 90 milligrams of sodium in there. You got to have that sodium. 2 grams of dietary fiber. 29 grams of carbohydrates, which are probably the good kind, not the bad kind, I'm going to say. Probably not your complex like what you got going on in here. I'm still doing some research into the complex carbohydrates because they are quite harmful to the humans. So I'm trying to steer my body clear of white breads and whatnots. Which, you know, we splurged a little bit on tonight. And what's this sleeve? What's it say? 330 calories in our shredded beef. 40 milligrams of cholesterol. That's quite a bit for one main. 1,200 milligrams. 1,200 milligrams of sodium. 1,200. That's still less than what's in that. That's got 770? 770 in a 3.1 ounce package. So if we doubled that and made it 6.2 ounce, that would make it, let's see, 14, 15, 1,540 milligrams for 2 of them. Still quite a bit less than this. And that'd still only be a 6.1 ounce. So if we made it 9.3 ounces, oh my Lord, that's a lot of freaking salt. And I promise you, this doesn't taste salty. How do they do that? How do they put so much sodium in something and not make it taste mega salty? I don't understand. What else is in here? We got 25 grams of protein. Wow. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And 36 grams of total carbohydrates. Probably 50-50 on whether that's good for you or not. All right, so that's going in the bag right there. Okay, this needs to get heated up. These we ain't gonna be able to use unless we make like a peanut butter wrap. Where's it? Oh, this. Okay, and should I heat the cinnamon bun up? Yeah, I'm gonna heat it up. All right. Okay, 3 minutes. 3 minutes is all I want that to be in there. And in the meantime, we will try to lay out as much as we can. We got no coffee, by the way. 2 meals we just opened. 2, and no coffee. Remind you, these are 2022s. These are older. These are 4 years old. Still no coffee. I'm upset. Can you tell? I want coffee in my MRE. I think most guys still would want some coffee. All right, we have no use for the tortillas, really. We got no use for that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that because, well, there's nothing in it. More or less. May as well not be anything in it. Oh, look at that. Where'd that come from? Where did that come from? It's so weird. Huh. I know he didn't drop out of the sky. Like, he didn't just croak because, well, he didn't, well, I don't know, maybe he did. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of him. Poor fella. I don't think any living things should perish in a unnatural setting. Crackers, I'm not sure if we'll be able to use these. I'll set them up there just in case. Those, yeah, we'll probably do something with those. 2 spoons that I'm going to add to this ridiculous bouquet of... Look, it's... This thing, yep, it's spitting them out now. Dang it. There's too many in here. Oh, that might have been the one that just broke the camel's back. Alright, yep. Definitely going to have to try to deal with this because I'm pretty sure every one of these is from a live stream. Every single one. And I got another cup of them here too. I got 2 cups of them here. I'm going to have to take some of these out because it literally is going to, like, overflow. There's a spoon for now. Maybe a spork too. We'll see. Different colors. Kind of. Weird. Alright, these are going in this bag for now. Get them out of my way. Alright. What else we got? We got to make that. We got to make this drink. See what else is in there. We got some chunky peanut butter. We got some cheese we might use. All right, somebody keep me updated on the timer. I said 3 minutes, but we got some more puree. We got 2 purees of fruit and vegetable. And that one's got carrots in it. The carrot variety. Son of a... Stupid packaging. Okay. Let's see what's in this real quick. Spoons off to the side. Oh, we gotta say raspberry. Whoa, whoa, whoa! No, no, no. Okay, back at it. We got a raspberry, type 3. What in the world? Sure, the cat didn't do that, did it? We also have some crushed red pepper. 1 gram of it. 1 full gram. Cat was just like, yeah, I'm going to be up here right now. Oh, no, you know what? Look, I was upset. Look there, some Bill's Brew. I didn't even know that was in there. We got Bill's Brew and a type 3. What did that come out of? Did that come out of the pizza or did that come out of the shredded beef? I think it came out of the pizza. I think. I can't remember. Moist towelette. Creamer. United States issued butt ration or napkin, whatever you want to use it for. We also get a package of 0-calorie sweetener. Yeah, not for me. Package of Enjoy sugar. Teeny tiny pack. They need to give us more sugar. Some iodized salt, and that'll make you want to do that. I figured it was the pizza. Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure. I don't know, wasn't keeping track, I guess. Okay, not a bad accessory packet though. To be honest, let me grab a bottle of water for the raspberry. Is it time to take that stuff out yet? Probably is, ain't it? Oh, cool, we're out of water. Last bottle of water. Son of a gun. All right. Is it time to take it out? Check the chat. Probably just about is. I knew that wasn't going to tear because it's like messed up. Using this lowered down bottle of water, I will add more water to it. What's this? This is for a 20-ounce bottle, ain't it? Where's the instructions? Yep, this is for 20 ounces. So, and these are not 20-ounce bottles, so only 16.9. Look at the dye in that. My goodness. All right, I'll add some more water to it. Oop. Good enough. All right. We'll do the coffee here in a second. Let me go get that stuff out of the water. It is time to get it out, isn't it? Surely it's been 3 minutes. I hope it's been 3 minutes. Alright. Got these wrapped up. They should stay warm until it's time for them. We'll do the coffee real quick. Right now. Get this water off of here. Unsightly. Okay. Pretty sure. What the heck? I know I had a pack of American Spirits that Delicious sent me. I got a whole bunch of stuff over here I need to send to LC too. I know she ain't been here in a few weeks, but a bunch of stuff for her kids over here I gotta send. We need to do that. Alright, where's my coffee cup? What do I do with it? Are you still in there? My coffee cup's in here. It's the one I used last week. I might use a different one this week. Let's I was just talking about Delicious. Let's use the Delicious cup. I do got the Germs MRE cup over here also on standby. It's got some accessory packets and stuff in it that I stuck in there for safekeeping, but you know, subscribe to Germs, subscribe to Delicious. Who else do I got over here? I got 4MRE.com, which I don't think they really do anything anymore. Minotaur. That's been gone for a long time. I need to talk to Bob, see how he's doing. Some Bill's Brew. Freeze-dried coffee. Oh! What? What? No way! Is that mold? What happened? Huh. Would you look at that? We got a vintage taster's choice situation happened here. What in the world? I mean, it looks like mold to me. That doesn't look like caffeine crystallization separation. I mean, because it's like furry. I can't zoom in anymore, I don't think. Yeah, I can't. Looks like I'm not holding very steady. Yeah, that looks like mold. What in the world? I never expected that. Especially out of a new coffee like this. Where's the date code on this? 282nd day of 2021. It smells okay. Kind of smells chocolatey. Kind of smells like dark chocolate. It smells a lot like dark chocolate. Huh. I guess that's kind of weird. It's kind of got like a somewhat fruity smell to it. But it smells a lot like dark chocolate. Like some really 70%, 80% dark chocolate. Huh. Well, that going. I'll tell you what. Look at here. I got another one right here. What's the date code on this one? Not far apart. That one was 282. This one is 244. So, what, 42 days difference? Let's see. Huh. This one's fine. All right. I just pulled that out of like my reserve that I had stuffed in that Germs MRE cup over there. Huh. Well, I tell you what, that's the first time I've ran across that with a modern coffee. I don't recall ever coming across one of those before. Hang on, let me look at it. Other than what I ripped off the top. Let me see if I can find it. I think I got the piece in my pocket here. No, what I do with the piece that I ripped off of this? What the heck? I thought I stuck it in my fifth pocket. What did I do with it? Maybe it's in here. Hang on, maybe I stuck it in here. That's probably the one off of this one. These match up. Yeah, that one goes to this one. I don't know what I've done with it. Huh. Wait a second. What did I do with the top? I don't think I had a hole in it, though. Oh, here it is on the ground. Oh, here it is. I don't see any holes on that side. And I don't see anything on that side. So, no, I don't think so. I think this had to have been a packaging. It had to have had moisture in it when it was packaged. That's the only thing that I can think could have caused that. I don't know. Why did the old Taster's Choice ones do it? I don't think anybody still has come to determine exactly what was going on with that. But usually, yeah, I'll just take the top pieces and stick them in my fifth pocket after I rip them off. I'll throw them away after I'm done. creamer. And here's our little teeny tiny bit of sugar. Very weak amount of sugar, I must say. Grab all this empty packaging. Start a trash pile here, or a trash bag. Let's see. We'll use the shredded beef bag for trash. And all the rest of this stuff, we'll leave this out, maybe. We'll put some of that on the pizza. The rest of this stuff can go in the extras pile with the gazillion others that I have saved up. Oh, I just dropped it all. Stuck it in the bag. And do I have any extra sugar? I don't think I do. Right, let me go get some hot water in this. What's this call for? This calls for 8 ounces of cold water. I'm sure they don't mean actually cold, but I will get, or I'll probably just go in and put water in it. Do that while I'm getting the coffee water. It smells pretty chocolatey. Quite a bit of powder in there. All the way up to there when it's thick like that. All the way up to right here. Alright, let me go get some liquid in these and I will be right back. Alright. So I think I actually put about 8 ounces of water in. Or 6 ounces of water, sorry. That's about half a cup. And this, I did overfill a bit. But I think it'll probably even out once the powder dissolves. I'm going to let that set and shake it one more time before I dump it into a cup, I think. Alright, sidewise, what all do we want to open here? I got the cinnamon bun over there wrapped up with the hot stuff still. What's going to work here? Might save the peanut butter and crackers and tortillas back there for another one sometime. And we'll do the cheese with the pizza and the barbecue sauce. I think that probably makes the most sense. And as far as the cinnamon bun goes, I think this makes way more sense to go along with that than apple, strawberry, carrot puree. So I think this is what we're going to do. I think this makes the most sense, I think. If you guys adamantly want to see or do something else, let me know, and I will certainly include it. Because I'm not saving that for my later enjoyment or anything like that. It just doesn't make sense, really, I don't think, with anything we have going on here. So we will. So the applesauce should just about fit in this little bowl. It usually does. It's really close. And almost every time I open one of these, it ends up spraying out. I think Steve's birthday is coming up in a couple days, guys. I think it's like Monday. I think. Just if anybody wants to go over on MREinfo.com and throw him a happy birthday or anything. I got a reminder in my calendar that it's coming up soon. I think it might think. I'm not sure if it's Monday or not. Oh, easy there. Don't go anywhere other than the bowl. Come on. Kind of hard to get this out without making a mess. It used to fill the bowl all the way up. It used to. Same with any other fruit, which we don't see fruit sides anymore, man. We used to see peaches. We used to see pineapples. What happened? Where's our fruit? I'd like to see more fruit sides. Yum. I like applesauce. Some jalapeno flavored cashews. Let's see if we get a hiss on these. I doubt it, but nah. They are vacuum packed though, which is a nice thing. Packed with flavor. They smell like jalapenos. They don't smell like cashews. They smell like cashews. Some cheese spread with jalapenos. Did I just get applesauce on me? Probably, because it's sticky. On my arm and my shirt somehow. Give this a quick roll. Need. Oh man. What was that? Cats in there knocking stuff over. Hang on. What was that? I don't know what they knocked over. I don't see anything. Alright, Gun Dog says, smaller the hole, the more control. No, it's empty. I put that down there. I took the last bottle out. So if you want water, you have to refill a bottle with the machine. You hear me? What? Huh? Here. Take this one. You want this? First strike bar. Did anybody else want me to open any of that other stuff? We got chunky peanut butter, we got tortillas, we got crackers, and we got apple, strawberry, carrot puree. Nut Walker. Oh, that's they come in Norwegians, right? Nut Walker. cashews though. Nutwater, that's usually the paste though, or the peanut butter, right? Look at that thing. Mmm. Yummy. That one, a little crooked. It's alright though. It smells really good. It smells great. Yeah, they really fixed these after like 2013, 14. They used to be weird. But these, they're good. They smell chocolatey. Nice and chocolatey. Move this stuff so we're not looking at it. Oh, my back. Oh. Hard to bend over. Okay. Cup. I need a cup. I can't find my Pink Floyd cup. I don't know what happened to it. One last shake before we dump out the chocolate hazelnut protein drink powder. Honestly, these are usually pretty weird. I'm probably right on the line, actually. So, yeah, that's a bit thick for my likings. I'm probably going to add some more water to that. Let me just put a little bit in this bag, rinse out the bag. Not a lot, just a little bit. About out of water. Well, I've got some in there in the machine. Hopefully at least a gallon so I can go to the store. Alright. I guess I can set right there. Or no, we got other stuff, cinnamon bun and stuff got to come up here. Yep, the applesauce on my arm is driving me crazy. Something sticky on my arm. It doesn't feel sticky, but it does when I bend my arm. Weird. Alright. Let's start with we'll start with the shredded beef. We'll probably hold heat the best. Start with that. Leave these wrapped up in the towel right here real quick. We'll get the pizza out next. Here's my bowl. Here's another spoon. This. Huh. Something going on in my bowl right there. Scratched up or something. Huh. Okay. Oop. Don't like that. That's better. Cut this open. Try to make a mess. Alright, not too bad. Shredded beef with barbecue sauce. Smells like barbecue sauce. Not the most appetizing thing to look at, I'll tell you that. It is not. But it's versatile. You can put it on a lot of things. It's good on a cracker. Good in a wrap. Kind of wish there was something else like to counter the texture. All right, there it is, shredded beef. Look at that little mix, so it doesn't look so, yeah. Definitely does not look all that great. Looks can be deceiving sometimes. All right, there is our cheese pizza. It's nice and hot. And I'll leave the cinnamon bun wrapped up until it's time to eat it, so it's nice and warm. Cheese pizza with sauce. You can't leave out the sauce part. Okay, well, there it is. Definitely didn't melt the cheese, which to me is crazy. And we got a packet stuck to the bottom of it here. The dough is very, very, very fragile right now. Cheese put back on there. I guess. All right. I think we're ready. Cheese pizza down the hatch here. We're gonna give it a little bite just on its own and see how that is. Very cheesy. Right off the bat. The mozzarella cheese. Kind of tastes aged. It's got quite a pungent flavor to it, which I don't mind. I think some people might not like that stronger cheese flavor. I happen to like it. The dough itself is very thick and dough-like. When you start chewing it up, I feel like you could probably ball this up, add a little water to it, and redo it. Like, it would just turn right back into what it was before it was cooked. Kind of weird that way, but tastes good. Really, flavor's good. I don't even really miss the pepperoni all that much because you can't really taste the pepperoni on them that much anyway. Let's give this shredded beef a try on its own with some barbecue sauce. Nice flavor. Smoky. The shredded beef is nice in there. Nice flavor of the beef. Sweet barbecue sauce, tangy. All right. So that actually looks pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Shredded beef with barbecue sauce on a cheese pizza. And I don't know. Let's give it a try. Down the hatch. Dang it. I need a napkin. Okay. First impressions. Way better than the pizza on its own. This is a good combination. Actually, the beef has got a nice chew to it that kind of prevents this from doughing up so bad in your mouth. Kind of incorporates with it, and keeps it from turning back into a dough ball in your mouth. I mean, now that I'm to the very last bit that I'm chewing up, the beef is gone. But huge help to the texture, and really nice addition flavor-wise. These two mix, the cheese mixes really well, complements like the tanginess and the sweetness of this. Kind of mellows out the pungentness of the mozzarella cheese, which again, I don't mind the flavor of the cheese, but it really balanced it out. Really balanced it out. The acidity, I feel like, of the barbecue sauce kind of cuts through that pungentness of the dairy. I want some bigger chunks of beef if possible. Yep, about like that right there. We'll double the beef on this bite. Nice and hot. I don't think this would be all that good cold, because this would be a gelatinous mess cold, and we all know what that would be like. The beef that's in here is juicy. Like, as you chew it up, you're getting beef juice. Really nice, actually. Take another bite here, because the beef does seem to disappear about halfway through. Chewing it up. Perfect. Really nice, actually. I would highly recommend anybody try this out. The beef mixes really well with the pizza. And this wasn't even on my radar tonight. Booger Butt, was it Booger Butt that suggested this? I think it was. Can't remember now, actually. I went back and looked, and now I don't remember. Whoever suggested this, good idea. I would do this again. I can't think of anything would mix better with this now. Now that I'm thinking about it. Not in case A. There might be something in case B that would mix better with the pizza. The beef strips might do okay, but these were meant to be. So I'm about halfway through chewing it up, and I need more beef. If you do that, makes it perfect. Heck yeah. One more bite. I've already eaten more than I should have, but it's actually really good. Easy killer. Didn't want a huge bite of pizza, but should have just ate it off the spoon. Big old thumbs up. What are you guys doing? Holy cow. We didn't even see what was going on. What are you doing? Here's the culprit. Lucy. I just found a stray cat last night that is a male tabby cat. He's got white feet, but he's tabby everywhere else. I don't know if that's unheard of or not. I thought male tabby cats were not a thing. Hi, honey. Oh, hi. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble or anything. What? How many kisses? Ooh. Whoa, I was just getting your claws off of me there. Alright. Okay, I don't even know why I opened this. I was gonna... You know what? Alright. Alright. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squirt some on here. Like so. Take a bite. And then take a bite of the shredded beef. You don't need it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. No. Better without it. For sure. Mm-hmm. It does add like a stronger dairy flavor, creaminess that I don't particularly like. But if I'm being honest, over the years I've come to not really like this all that well. I used to like it. I don't hate it, and I don't mind the jalapeno type on a cracker. But the regular cheese spread, there's very very few instances where I really want cheese spread. I'm curious how much salt's in this. Sodium 430. Wow. 430 milligrams. Gee, Merry Christmas. I knew that was salty, I could tell. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna real quick do a little bit of a palate cleanse with this raspberry drink. Mm. Mm. Not a huge fan of the fake sweeteners myself, but I will say the raspberry drink is the best one by far. They make the lemonade in the little packs like that, and what else do they make in the little pack like that? Orange, I think. The orange is okay, I think sometimes, but that one's the best by far. This is the best little 20-ounce mix stick that they make. The fruit flavor doesn't taste real artificial or anything, and I think that's what I like so much about it. It's got a really decent balanced fruit flavor. Not bad. Next up, jalapenos with, or jalapenos, cashews with jalapeno powder on them. I mean, you can see there's tons of powder on there. Raspberry's my favorite. Yeah, I like raspberry a lot too. Oh yeah, as far as the sugar-free drink mixes go, that's the one. That's the. I mean, the other ones really don't even compare. The orange is okay sometimes, like depends on how thirsty you are. But anyways, we got jalapeno flavored cashews, and they smell like jalapenos. Mm-hmm. A little bit of heat to them, a little bit. That jalapeno flavor is. I wouldn't call it subtle, but I wouldn't call it strong either. What's up, buddy? Honestly, I'd prefer to just have regular salted cashews. I mean, this is thirst provoking. The heat from it. I mean, if you're out there and you ain't got nothing to drink, you ain't eating these. Most guys are not going to just eat those. Because, again, they're very thirst provoking. I'll use this again. First Strike Bar chocolate flavor. It's in pretty good shape. A little stiff, but that's normal. Breaks apart pretty easy. Kind of looks a little bit like the Cosmic Brownies whenever you go messing with it like this, but Don't taste like it. The chocolate flavor is better than the new version of Hershey, which I know that they're supposed to be going back to the original, but they're not. And they've been away from it for a minute. It just got so bad that people started complaining, including like the grandson of Reese, the Reese family. And Hershey was like, okay, we're going to go back to the original. I don't think they are. And I think that's just for like the Reese's products. Because I got a Reese's egg, I think it was, or maybe it was I don't know, Christmas tree, I don't know, something. And it was awful. It was awful. I threw it away. I took a bite of it and I threw it away. Which, folks, I'm here to inform you, most of our food here in the United States is trash. It belongs in a landfill. It's not even good for a landfill. It's toxic to a landfill. Give us a quick stir because it looks like chunks of something in there. See how thick that is? Very, very viscous. This is the chocolate hazelnut protein drink powder. Still a chunk of it over there I can see, and there's a lot of floaties, weird looking floaties. What is that? What is that? Protein? I don't know. It's got kind of a sheen to it too, I ain't gonna lie. It's almost, you guys see it? I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera. I'm looking at the camera. It doesn't look the same on the camera as it does in person. It's got like an oil sheen on top of it. Okay, I'm going to go with no comment on that. Not my favorite, okay? Not my favorite. I don't know what... That tastes weird. There's like a weird... That can't be the hazelnut. I don't know what that is. It tastes like chemicals. To my palate, that's what it tastes like. It's weird. I think that's weird. Not a fan. Plain and simple. Not my type of thing. It's all stuck in my mustache too. Ugh. All up in there. Because it's so viscous and like, yeah. I'm not going to get into the negative description of it. Applesauce. Clean my spoon real quick. All right. This is applesauce, and I forgot to look at the packaging. I think this is kind of like fortified with vitamins and minerals. Let me look. Applesauce enhanced with maltodextrin for increased performance. 28 grams of total sugars. 1 gram of dietary fiber. Should have more than that. 41 grams of total carbohydrates. Way too much for what this is. And I get that they're trying to hit a calorie number as far as like caloric intake per meal. Sometimes I think they need to stop focusing so much on that grand total at the end instead of being more healthy for the person consuming it. Call me crazy. I wish I'd have focused more on my food health when I was a kid. Or no, I guess wish I'd have been more informed when I was young. All right. Ooh, look at that. Oh, yeah. That is handsome. It's a good looking sun. It's hot and steamy and ooey gooey right now. Oh, yeah. Come on out there. This is a big one. It's a big cinnamon bun. There's the presentable side. All right. Let's look at that. Get your cinnamon jelly mixture up in there. Oh, it smells great. It smells like a cinnamon bun, like you cooked it in the morning. It smells just like that. No icing, but yeah. You know what? I think I prefer these cold. It's really chewy and weird. Heated up like that. Yeah. What's up, stink bug? Please don't fly at my face. We got us a little. We got a little boat here. We can. Oh yeah, fill up with some applesauce. This should improve it, I think. We shall find out. Bite with the zapple. Way better. Way better. I mean, really, it does kind of taste like the apple turnover now. Huh. Texture's still a little weird. It's still on the cooling down side. But boy, does the applesauce really bring this thing to life. And the more the merrier when it comes to the applesauce. Oh, I'm getting ready to leak. Daggone it. All right, here we go. Fantastic. That is a great dessert. Snack. That'd be a great breakfast. Those two mix so well together. Kind of got a little bit of caramelization on the toasting of this bread that really comes through in the flavor. And the apple sauce seems to bring that out more. The room temperature coolness of that mixed with the warmness of the bun actually works pretty well together as well. Do not fly at me, dude. Let me take you outside. Let me grab a cup so I can give you a ride. Check it out. I know you can fly. So, here. Oh, damn, that light's hot. Oh, bro. There you go. Get outside where you belong. Alright. Took the stink bug outside successfully. Alright. Coffee. Oh, forgot about the coffee. This should go really well with that. Coffee is pretty well balanced with the when I say it's balanced, sweetness, cream, sugar, or coffee itself, it's like a nice balanced flavor. I thought it wasn't going to be sweet enough, and it is. It's sweet enough. It's got some nice bitterness to it, which I kind of like with my coffee. Not a whole lot of tannins in the Bill's Brew. But solid cup of coffee. Solid, dark, strong cup of coffee. I got to get me a bite of this with the applesauce and then a drink of coffee. We got to do the thing, you know. Let's do it like this. That is breakfast. Wow, is that breakfast? Wrong hole. Oh, God. Oh. Oh. Completely went down the wrong hole. Dang it. Oh. Oh, update. Let's do an update on our beef sticks. Let's see what's happening. Here is our bowls. Completely unchanged. And we're on week 3 of this. Has it started to do anything yet? No. Weird. Let me give it a little more air. Huh. You guys can go back and look at the one that broke down on me before, the natural brand one. Weird. Oh, excuse me. Let me find a smoke here. You know what? I want another one of them ones from last week, because that was something else. Really impressed with that very strange cigarette. I think it was these. Yeah. These Sobrain. Very odd looking and very fancy looking. Look at these things. Look at that. Not only that, they are black. Look at that. And I must say that I quite enjoyed this. This was sent by Delicious. And they had these very stiff, I guess it's cardboard-like tubes on the end. Like this. And then they use a black paper. Really nice. High quality smelling tobacco. It's got a really nice fruity smell to it. That's a nice tobacco. Some gold print on there and the shiny red. These things are just fancy. Look at that gold check through that red. That's a step above. Look at that. Wow. I mean, I don't think we have. I can't think of anything that we have like this in the U.S. that are cigarettes. Not they might have some of those cigarillos that look like this, but obviously they're nasty because they're cigarillos. But basically little tiny cigars that people inhale, and God, they're horrible for them. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, last week Amber complained about me smoking one of these, so took her one to see. All right, let's yeah. Light it the right way with a match. It's like a different experience. I don't know how to explain it other than the tobacco changes throughout from what I remember from last week, because it's like really strong on the first hit or two, and then it just like meaty. It mellows out, and I don't know. It becomes what I'd want it to be. First hit or two is a little different, and then there's like I don't know if you're supposed to cut that off, because it is okay. So it's perforated, or it looks perforated. It's got a line you want to cross it, but that seems to let air in. Okay, so depending on how strong you want it to be, if you hit it down here at the end, sucking air. Look at that. Smoke coming out of it. Hang on. But if you want it to hit stronger, I guess you just put your lips over that. Wow, I didn't do that last week. Huh. And it does hit way stronger. But you can also see, like, up inside, you see that? Like, all those little ridges? Or, it's like the filter itself is ribbed up through, all the way up through here to let air pass around it. It's kind of a good idea, to be honest. Unique. These are unique to me. I can't think of anything else. Clove cigarette scare in a black paper. What is that? So that would be a black clove, though. Cigarette scare in a black paper? You mean just a cigarette? Or is it one of those cigarillo things? Later, Storm Tracker. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's late. Like I intended to just get right into it, and what I had in my mind, what we were going to do, is not at all what we ended up doing. I didn't even think of putting the barbecue. I don't guess I'd even, or did it enter my mind? And I don't know. Maybe Booger Butt came up with that. I think probably. Either way, it turned out good. Hey, what's up, Ron? What is up? I got to get out the New Zealand chocolate that Dan sent me. If you guys don't care to hit that thumbs up or down, either way, I think the only way you can do that now is to long hold on the screen, and the menu will, well, not a menu, but like other stuff will pop up. I'm not sure. I've watched live streams on YouTube, and I think that's what I had to do last time to hit a thumbs up for somebody. Pretty strong, especially if you cover them holes. I wouldn't say it doubles it, but it definitely adds like a third, probably, to the strength. Yeah. No joke. That's all I can say. These things are something else. I'd probably buy a pack of these on occasion if we had something like these here. Don't mind them. I'm trying to quit though, so I'm doing pretty good. But you don't quit till you quit, you know? Till you don't have no more, which I don't know if I'll ever fully quit. Still have the vintage on occasion. Probably would have mixed pretty well with the coffee. Last time I took a drink of that, it went down the wrong hole. It's like my memory is pretty fresh on that. Pretty good cup of coffee, though. Overall, this turned out quite well. I have zero complaints about the way those two mains mixed. Pizza with the shredded barbecue. Shredded beef with barbecue sauce on top of the cheese vegetarian pizza. Works. It just works. What else would work on the pizza? The beef strips, maybe. The meatballs probably work on them. I mean, if that's what you want. If you want a big old meatball on every bite, you can certainly do that. I wouldn't see anything wrong with that. You know, with the marinara sauce, with the pizza, that works. That works for sure. And I think the pepperoni pizza still comes with the breadsticks, maybe. That would work well with the meatballs. Had a brain fart for a second. But yeah, I am definitely looking for, as I mentioned before, this little go to the grocery store, look for these. I might have a, depends on if I sent it in a text to somebody. I might be able to pull it up. Who did I send that to? Yeah. Here, right here. Okay, yep, I have it. Okay, real quick. This is some of the things you want to look for. OU, circled U. The OK, which is usually a K in a circle. The star K. The, what's the other one there? It's KOFK. What does that one show up as? If you see any of these, I don't know. But yeah, definitely look for those. Definitely look for those when you go shopping next time if you want to eat better food. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see how much it changes my day to day. If like this constant bloating that I've been experiencing goes away every time I eat. If my health improves from the food that I'm consuming, because you are what you eat. That's an old adage, but it is quite true. You eat crap, you feel like crap. I don't know. Hopefully it makes a difference. I think it will. I really think it will. Call me crazy. I got a lot I can say about that. Us crazy conspiracy theorists. We're all so crazy. Except there's a gazillion conspiracies happening right now. Like, legit. And those of us that figure them out, or figure out what's really going on, it's by design. They want you to, they don't want these things to become common knowledge at all. They don't want it to be known if possible. There's so many things that have been exposed that 90% or more of people walk around clueless to these things. Yes, it does take some of your time to look into certain aspects of what has happened, but and there's a lot of things happening in the Western world as far as all over the globe when it comes to countries that are considered Western or Westernized. But it all tracks back to the same people. It just does. I mean, they don't like for you to say that. They surely don't like to hear it. But that's what it is. Most of these people, you don't even know their name. Because if you look at like the entertainment industry, for instance, and you just use Google, because Google will tell you the truth about these things, because it doesn't realize that you're tracking down ultimately to the top. So it takes you, some of these things takes you 10 steps. Let's just start with one. Let's start with old Google here. Who owns Paramount? And I know who it is. So Skydance Media recently, actually, it hadn't even been a year. August 7th, 2025, bought Paramount. So who owns Skydance Media? Who owns Skydance Media? So David Ellison owns Skydance Media. That's it, right there. That one didn't take very far. Okay, so who owns Netflix? So investors, 8%. Stocks owned primarily by, guess who? BlackRock. BlackRock owns the majority of Netflix. So that didn't take far either. But sometimes it takes a few steps to get to where you see who's at the top. You know? Look at all these AI data centers that are popping up everywhere. People were wondering over the past, well, since COVID, right? Since 2020, 2021, people started to notice that Bill Gates was buying up farmland all over the United States. And then he started with that paste chicken DNA, like stuff that's made from cancerous cells from chickens. Puts it in and literally clones cancer cells of chickens to make this chicken paste, because those cancer cells replicate 10 times faster than a healthy cell. So they use cancer cells from chickens to produce that paste. And in California, they don't even have to tell you that that's what they're selling you. They don't even have to tell you. It'll look like a chicken breast. You buy it. If you inspect it a little bit, it will look like it in a package, though. Like they've mimicked it look-wise now. They don't even have to tell you. But there for a couple years, I was like, so Bill Gates has got this weird plan of buying up farmland and farms to kind of take out the competition so he can peddle his weird fake meat stuff. Boy, was I wrong. He bought up all that farmland to build data centers. It's got a water. Most farms have wells or springs where they get their water supply. They don't have to depend on city water and stuff. Most of them, if they're smart, or if it's available to them, they'll have a well dug and drill and find water. Bill Gates bought all that land up so that you'd have land to build data centers. Look around here in West Virginia. West Virginia's being sold out. Ohio's already been sold out. It's already been sold out. It's done. It's already done. Most of the communities don't even know that the data centers are getting ready to be built in their community until it happens. Until it's already done. At bare minimum, it's already slated, paperwork's done, and before they ever even find out about it. That's the type of stuff's going on, especially up around the Columbus area. The ones that I drove through up there, I didn't know like what the origin story was and what was really going on. Now I do. I didn't really research it. I just kind of fell into that information. And when I drove through them, I've talked about it numerous times because it was so shocking to see with my own two eyes. They bought up $1 million homes, some of them multi-million-dollar homes, just the homes on an acre or two of property, just to bulldoze them all. The guy that I bought a kitchen off a guy up there, he was renting a $1 million home up there. His landlord, the guy that owned the house, told him, he's like, you can have anything you want. You can have the whole house. If you want to take it down and move it, you can have it. Because if you don't take it, it's going to get bulldozed. And I'm not taking anything from it. I got paid. Like, dude that owned it got paid. So he didn't care. Although there was a lot of money sitting there if you'd have taken them houses down. So that guy that I bought, that's all he took. He took the kitchen. And I think I mean, that's it. That's all he saved out of that entire house. I bought a kitchen out of $1 million home. I can't remember if I paid like $800 for it or something. But it's nice. It's really nice. And there's probably like 20 or so cabinets, I would say, roughly. It's a lot. It's a lot. Uppers and lowers, you know. Maybe, I don't know, maybe more than that. I don't know. There's a lot. I never did count them. It's a lot, though. Big, nice. Lazy Susans in them, soft closed doors, all that. Pretty crazy. There's a lot of that going on right now. A lot. There's a lot of people being offered money slightly above what their places are worth. Like, I can give you a for instance, just based on something someone told me just a few weeks ago, or maybe it was like a week ago. We were talking about this, and they're putting a data center down the road here, 10 minutes down the road here, and they're also putting a carbon capture plant down the road here, and also a jet fuel refinery place down the road here, like all 10 minutes down the road from me. It's already bad here anyways with the steel mill, with the power plants. There was two within a mile of my house. I don't know. It's bad. Anyway, so I was talking to somebody, my neighbor, and he's like, we were talking about this subject. And he said, yeah, he said, I know somebody who just went down there and bought a house not 6-10 months ago, something like that. He said he paid $220 for it, and they just came in and offered him $280, and he took it. Made $60,000 in 10 months. They aren't really paying up, but they're paying above what the place is worth. Although once they build all this crap, the property values around here are going to go up, but the utility costs are going to be unsustainable. They already kind of are unsustainable. I mean, I could tell you what my electric bill is here, and you wouldn't believe me, likely. It's bad. And I have a new central air unit. My central air unit, I think, was put in 2019. No, it might have been 2020. I don't know. It's new. It's pretty new. It's new to me. Like that, it was a brand new unit when it went in. And to me, like, I don't know. You don't just replace them every 5 years. The one that it replaced was from the 70s. I was running a central air unit from the 70s, and we just had issue after issue with it. And finally, at that time, my landlord, I didn't own this place, my landlord was like, we just got to replace it. It's just, it's costing too much to upkeep it. And, yeah, so at that time, I remember my electric bill was in the wintertime, in the middle of the summer, because it would run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week during the summer and during the winter. At that time, my electric bill, I think the highest I had was like a $650 electric bill. They put that new unit in, and I remember in the middle of summer, my electric bill being like $230. I couldn't believe how much money I was saving. It was unreal. And honestly, I should have offered to my landlord to help her out a little bit with the expense of upgrading the unit, looking back at that, because I know now, looking back, that she took a loan out on that for like $6,000 to put the central air unit in, which was a big deal. And the company that did it, the long story there, I won't even tell you guys the shady. She went with like a local company that ended up going out of business, and the warranty and all that stuff. So anyway, so my electric bill dropped down to about $230 back in probably 2020, summer of 2020, because I think it went out in the summer when we got it replaced, because I had to go and buy those inside units, like the ones that you can put the hose into the window. Like, that's, we were going to roast if not, because we didn't have any air. And it gets hot in the summer here. Like West Virginia, it's just like any other state, just about. I guess there might be a few states that are way up north that don't get as hot in the summer. But most states in the United States get pretty hot in the summertime. You get down south and they get real hot. Shoot, when we went to Texas, I think it was reading like 116 on the thermometer. It was just ridiculous. As far as like this regular outside heat, that was the worst I had experienced down there near the Gulf of Mexico. I've experienced way hotter at work I'm working in aluminum plants. I'm working right over top of molten metal. I've worked in steel mills, worked in power plants. That's different. I mean, it's hot, but I don't know. It's just different because it's not the environment. Anyway, steadily since 2020, or I think it was 2020. Anyways, ever since I got that new unit, my bill dropped. It was great. I thought, man, I'm really going to be able to save some money with this. This is a big deal. And steadily, slowly and steadily, ever since then, it's went back up and back up and back up and back up to where now my last bill, and this again, this is not like middle of winter or like this is spring time. My last bill was like $500 for my electric bill, and it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that. But it's not that I'm using that much electricity, because heck, I even got kids living here now, like using all kinds of electricity. It's the price of our energy here has gone through the roof, even though there's all kinds of power plants all over the place here. Like, there's power plants all over the place. Our power should be cheaper here. They harvest the coal from here, or they used to. They were shipping it in from China whenever I got hurt. They were shipping coal in from China. Let that sink in. It was cheaper. Or they had to because of emissions. Or a little bit of both. I can't remember what that coal was called. I know what it's called. It's just I can't think of it. It's not anthracite. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Obama ruined the coal industry. He ruined it. So he came to this plant in 2010, Mountaineer, right up the road here. Didn't tell nobody, just come in here. Because that's their, they call it the mother plant. It's the one that is the example for the mall. It's like it's the cleanest, it's the biggest unit, all that. The one that's right out that I worked at, that you can see from here. Right after that, he started attacking the coal industry. Attacking. And what did he say? If you want to build a coal burning power plant in the United States, he was going to make it to where you didn't make no money, or something like that. It was something along those lines. It was more nefarious even than what I just said, but that's pretty much the gist of what he said. He'll make it so expensive to run a coal burning power plant that it won't make no sense to build a new one. So that's what he did. Shut down all the coal. There was a coal mine directly across the street. Belonged to AEP. I mean, but there's a coal mine directly across the street. There's one directly across the river from me right here in Ohio. All shut down. All of them shut down. How does it not make more sense to get the coal from across the street, than to ship it from China? Make that make sense. You can't. You can't make that make sense. No way. It doesn't make sense. They made them all retrofit them, put scrubbers on them. That was a ton of work for all kinds of construction workers. We all went in there. I've worked on scrubbers, expansion joints, and the corrosion that comes from them, and the collection of ozone and everything else that comes out of them things. I mean, it's a mess. And things are ridiculous. I don't know. All they do, these scrubbers, is they atomize limestone into a fine dust, spray it in where the exhaust of the power plant comes out, and it's supposed to bind with the emissions that are coming out of the coal burning power plant, the coal, and make it fall down faster. After that, there's a power plant from me. It's called Gavin. They sold it to somebody recently. I think they sold it. It was for sale for a long time. But Gavin is in a town called Cheshire, Ohio. It's about 20 minutes from here, the way you drive. I could be there in about 20 minutes, probably, I think. Maybe 25. 20, 25. Depends on traffic. They bought the entire town. Why? Acid rain. It wasn't acid rain. It was doing exactly what it was designed to do with these scrubbers and making all that crap fall down onto the people, onto the land, fast, instead of being like really spread out. I don't know. None of it's good. None of it's good for the environment. But we've come to the point where we have to have this electric produced by power plants. And now, look, these data centers is going to triple, maybe even quadruple the energy usage in America. I don't think people can, I don't even know that I understand that scale. But here's the real kicker. When you really start going into the conspiracy, or you start looking back into history and you start looking into the very early times of energy and power, of the petroleum industry, don't get me started with the Rockefeller. What a absolute freaking debacle and joke, because now petroleum is in everything. It's in every medication that you take. It's in every piece of clothing that you wear, just about, unless you wear like I don't know if linen has any in it, but like it's ended up incorporated into almost everything. Probably pure silk doesn't. It'd have to be pure silk. Cotton's going to end up with petroleum in it. Pretty much everything we wear, everything we eat out of, all the food we have. I mean, easy, buddy. Don't tip my cup of coffee over. Don't tip any of this liquid over, dude. I'm going to end up making a mess, brother. There. You happy? I don't need to lecture you guys. You might not even want to know this stuff. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I think everybody should know it. I think everybody should also look at and understand as much as you can, because I don't think anybody fully understands money, the American dollar. I don't think anybody fully understands it fully. But you can understand it enough to take advantage of it. Going off the gold standard was a horrible, horrible thing to happen to us. But the Fed's creation, which passed in the middle of the night, 1913, December 23rd, everybody's at Christmas break. It's not like everybody could just hop in a vehicle or on a plane and fly back to D.C. and vote. No, that was done on purpose. It was done on purpose. And the three people that were really trying to combat it went down on the Titanic. It's a conspiracy. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I don't know if it was J.P. Morgan or Morgan Stanley that which one owned the Titanic. One of them owned the Titanic. Didn't end up getting on the Titanic last minute. And it went down with those three bankers that were the ones really combating the creation of the Fed. And here we are. So I haven't figured out exactly what the heck is going on right now. Some really weird things have happened in the last couple of weeks. Our POTUS has said some things that I don't understand. How, what? Either I don't know. He's lost his mind, or he's playing a game and playing along with them to swap things. I hope that's what he's doing. But I've kept hoping that he was going to take out the deep state and that he was going to put some of these people in jail. Like Hillary Clinton, for instance. Bill, too. Bill deserves to go to prison. Deserves to go to prison. Not, I don't know. Look up. No, I can't tell you to do that. Hillary Clinton's an evil person, if you want to call her a person. I don't even know that she's human. But if you guys don't understand what I'm talking about, you can find. I don't want to tell you because after I saw it, I have never been the same after I seen it. I didn't. This was years ago too. And you got you can't just go to Google and find it. You can't just go on what's the DuckDuck. You can't go on DuckDuckGo and find it. You've got to go on an actual internet browser outside of the mainstream, which is just the internet. It's not the dark web. That is so stupid. That was ever that's a CIA creation to keep you from going after real information. Google is all formulated for soft brains. That's all it is. Here's your created information, your history. Here you go. No, and even lots of things that are on the internet are manipulated, even outside of. You've got to go into old books, pre-1900 books, to be able to start digging into real. What I was going to say about the energy, I do believe fully just exists all around us that can be utilized the same way we're utilizing it right now. It'll run the same things. All we got to do is pull it out of the air. And Tesla believed that. Tesla had it set up that way. He was going to give, everybody was going to have free energy. He was capturing it out of the ether, spreading it through the ground on like these wires that he was going to just run underground, and it would have came up into your house for free. If you look at old fireplaces, have you ever been in a house? I would say probably like, when did they stop doing that? I'd say it'd probably have to be like 1930s or before. So Amber's mom has a house across the river with one of these fireplaces in it. There's nowhere to put any wood. Absolutely not. You could never, and that fireplace was never intended for, never has had wood in it. If you look into this, it's very interesting. This is something that's rarely talked about. But all these old houses that had these fireplaces on them had on top of the chimney had a metal spear that came up, and then down inside there would be there'd be a metal pendulum thing hanging on both sides of the fireplace, and they would use, so apparently this is, I can't confirm this, this is what I've been able to find about it. Oh man, they'd use these chunks of something that would, the energy that would come down through the metal, and it would, those two metal spheres would concentrate it on these balls of, dang it, what was it? I don't know. It would glow blue sometimes. One thing would glow blue, the other one would glow orange. Can't remember what they were though. It's been a minute since I looked into this, but that's a very interesting rabbit hole to go down, because again, if you look at any of these old fireplaces like this, there's no way they were never meant to have wood or anything in them. So what were they meant for? They didn't have gas logs. I mean, that wasn't a thing back then, but you know what I'm saying. What was that? Anybody in here know anything that I'm talking about? Have you guys looked into this? Do you know? They're restarting the Dwayne Arnold nuclear power plant to power data centers. Oh yeah, that's another thing. So they just did this nuclear. I can't remember what it was called, but J.R. Majewski. If you guys want to look up a guy, look up J.R. Majewski. He's here on YouTube. He's been in the nuclear power industry for 25, 30 years. And I just watched a video of his the other day where he explained exactly what happened. So they basically knocked down regulations for nuclear power. And one of the not requirements, but one of the just understood ways that nuclear power has been for the past, well, I think probably since Chernobyl, or maybe before. Maybe it's always been this way. They want to and always have kept the radiation levels and the waste levels as low as reasonably like cost-wise, material-wise, time-wise, and energy output-wise. Well, they're doing away with that. This bill that frickin' Trump just signed did away with it. So now they don't have to follow that. This is bad. It's very bad. Overall, I just don't understand what is going on. I do think I have an idea. I think there's a depopulation agenda that has been going on for quite some time. I think they ramped it up during COVID 2020. I don't think they got the results out of COVID that they wanted to get, but they also did administer things during 2020 and after that I think they had always been wanting to do. But I do think that there was a depopulation, and there is a depopulation mandate or goal mandate, whatever you want to call it, that's being carried out. I mean, if you look at the testosterone drop in men, 1% a year that it's been dropping for at least the past 20 years. 1%. Not 1 point. 1% a year. And we're talking about teenagers. Any male, testosterone has dropped 1% a year for at least the last 20, maybe 30 years. There's a really weird thing happening. Not weird. When you start looking into it, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. It was meant to be drip fed into the system so that nobody would notice. And that's exactly what they've done. If you read John D. Rockefeller's Masonic doctrine for, I can't remember exactly what the title of the document is. If you read that, you'll get a pretty good idea of what's going on. The soft metals in everybody, the drop in testosterone, the poisonous food. It's all in there. It's all in there. And it was meant to be done very slowly because they play the long game. They don't mind. They don't care. They don't care how long it takes. As long as it gets done eventually. And that's exactly what we're seeing play out. Folks, I know it's hard to wake people around you up, but if you can, you should. You should talk to them. Encourage them to look into anything that could be helpful. I think I gave you guys a great. I hope, and I think we just that one stupid little thing, looking for the circles. I think that's going to improve as far as like our food supply goes. And I don't think most people are fully privy to that. I wasn't. Weirdly enough, I should have been. I should have known that. I'm angry at myself because I didn't know that. I should have known that. Does this have it? It doesn't have it. Nope. Pretty sure it's always on the front too. It's not on the back. It's always on the front. Not on there either. And I don't think that's been around all that long either. I would say probably the last 10, 15 years. Really maybe since 1987 also. Because 1987 is when they really started tweaking and messing with the food supply bad. In a really bad way. I'm the first generation that has fully grown up on trash food. Yep. Definitely. All right, folks. I haven't been able to maintain most of y'all's interest for very long, so sorry about rambling on. I apologize. These are things that it's not necessarily that they interest me. It's that I think they matter. These are things that I think matter. And I think that the only way we're going to be able to stop them, but it's so simple. If we just all come together. Look, here's another thing that most people need to realize. They really do need to realize this. The only reason that they have the power that they have is because we allow it. We allow them to have the power that they have. Bro, stop messing all that stuff up over there. Nope, don't stick your claws in there. Thank you. But without us believing and allowing them to have power like they have, like, look how simple this really is. We got an entire year as of 4 days ago. But if you want to get technical about it, after the 1st of 2027, we can all just decide to come together and say we're not paying your taxes this year. Not unless we fix this system. We can all take the money that we were going to give them, put it into a savings account, and say, you're not getting that money. I just saw, I can't remember his name. He's a government official, came out the other day, and was adamantly and highly encouraging every working class American to change your status. Stop it, dude. To change your status on your income tax. What did he mean by? I don't know. Like, I don't exempt. I guess you could do that. That'd be the way, and just say, oh, I'm going to pay it at the end of the year. And just not pay them. I fully believe that's the only way that we stop this. We stop supplying them with money. Because that's another way they get their power. But we got to believe that they have the power. They don't have it. Dude, stop. You're going to knock all that glass stuff over. Quit. 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 Quit shoving on stuff. Quit. Dude, you're awful. Come up here. We'll say goodbye to everybody. Come here. Come here. Come here. Big guy. Get your butt off my arm. Your butthole. I don't want to be under your tail. Oh, I'm such a good boy. I'm such a good boy. Yeah. Look, can you see yourself? He's got real pretty eyes too. He's got pretty green eyes, don't he? You got pretty green eyes. You got pretty green eyes. Open them up for everybody. Come on. Look, I'm going to switch sides. Stop. 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 Stop, dude. Look. Right here. Like this. Look. Bro. Look. Look. Who is that? He ain't big. He's freaking huge, ain't he? Big old cat. Big old head on him. Big old kitty. Big old kitty, ain't he? Big old kitty. Great guy. Big cat. Big cat. And big cat. Yeah. And big cat. Yeah. Get cat hair all over me. I know it. Now you got your butthole pressed right against my arm. Why you gotta tap that tail up like that, dude? Yeah, making biscuits on my finger. Yep. Yep. There you go. I got you. You done? You caught your nose on my ring. Your ear bothering you? Hmm? You're shedding. Here, hop down. All right, folks. Thank you for hanging out tonight. If you got any interesting topics next week, I want to ask the general question. Has anybody come up with any interesting topics over the past week? I'm always willing to learn. I think there's a lot that we need to dive into, and We all should try to learn more and take action. I think we should all, like, for instance, we should try to encourage. Again, I think we could all just agree to stop paying these people. How hard would that be? They can't come after all of us, but we all got to do it. That's the thing. Everybody's got to be on the same page. I don't know if it's possible. It seems simple, doesn't it? Doesn't that seem simple? We're just not doing it this year. It's very simple. But getting everybody to get on the same page and do it seems hard. Don't know why. I'd do it. Count me in. I am game. Maybe one of these days we'll see it happen. Keeping the hope. Just believe. Right? All right, folks. I will see you guys next week. Like I said, come up with an interesting topic. I will definitely. I'd like to learn. If you got something that maybe I'll know something about it, maybe I won't. I spend a lot of time on a lot of different topics. I'm not super knowledgeable on any one thing, but I got a little bit of knowledge on a lot of things. So that I will admit. Not super good at anything, but can do a little bit of a lot of things. All right. Well, I guess I will. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks to my patrons, and yeah, see y'all on the next one. Later.